Alright, my name is Adam Beasy. This is PowerPoint 2013. We're preparing for the 77-422 exam to get certified in PowerPoint 2013. Alright, I just got a blank slideshow up here. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at how to add slide layouts. Alright, so when I add a slide layout, if I want to add a new slide to my slideshow, I can click one of these, and I can click to add a new slide with the layout. If I want to change that layout at a later date, I can just click the layout and change the date, or change the layout, excuse me. But what happens if I want to actually add a custom layout to my slideshow? I can go to the View tab in the Affluent ribbon. I can go to Slide Master. And then what I can do is if I want to create a custom layout, I can right click on any one of these templates right here, or slide masters, and I can insert a layout. Okay? And it gives me a standard layout with the title of the slide right there, the date and the footer and the slide number information, things like that. If I want to insert a placeholder, maybe I want an online image in this particular layout. I can click there, put my online image there. If I want to put in something else into the layout of this, I can click the Slide Master tab, go back to Insert Placeholder, and maybe I want to insert a table. A table is what we can use to format data, tabular data, and we'll go over how to insert a table later on in the course, but I'm just trying to get you to realize what you can do with slide layouts right now. Now, if I rename this, rename, here we go, and I want to rename this to Adam's Custom Layout. Rename it, there we go. When I close the master view, and when I add a new slide, there we go, I have Adam's Custom Layout. So I can create custom slide layouts for my presentations. Click to add a table. Yeah, maybe it's trying to catch up with me or something like that. Yeah, I gotta click that thing, don't I? Insert a table. There we go. Insert an online image. There we go. And you can search for pictures. Here we go. Dog or something like that. Okay. And yeah, I like that dog better. Here we go. And we're going to insert that. It has to download the image. Shouldn't take that long on modern computers. Here we go. So, what if I have a slide in my presentation? What if I put a table in this guy? I'm just going to click OK for defaults. There we go. And I decide I really like this slide, and I want to duplicate it. All you have to do to duplicate the slide is go over to where your slides are, right click, and select duplicate to duplicate that slide. If I want to hide slides for whatever reason, maybe I don't think I'm going to need that particular slide in my slideshow, maybe I'm trying to trim down my slideshow from 30 minutes to 15 minutes, and I don't want to delete slides from my presentation. We don't want to do that. I don't want to create two different slideshows, because then if I update one, I have to update the other. So what we're going to do is we are just going to hide our current slides. And you see that the slide number has that slash through it. Alright? So this slide is hidden. It will not show up when I go to view my slideshow. Go to view. Oh, excuse me, go to slideshow rather. And from the beginning, you'll see that there's only one slide. Okay, yeah, whatever. Thank you very much. Yep. There's nothing on that slide, nothing on that slide, because I didn't put any content in there. There we go, there's one picture of the dog in the table. And then my slideshow ends, because this slide here is hidden. If I want to unhide a slide, right click on it, click Hide Slide again, and it takes that slide and makes it unhidden. If I view my slideshow from the beginning, There's one slide with the dog. There's the second slide with the dog. And click to exit. I can even do something different on one of these slides to show you. Here we go. We're going to go over inserting shapes in a few lessons. So shapes. There we go. Put a triangle on there. Why not? Boop. There we go. Go back up to here. Go to slideshow. From the beginning. There's the dog slide with the triangle. There's one without the triangle. And there's the end of the slideshow. Now, if I decide for whatever reason I really do not need this slide in my slideshow, all you have to do to delete a slide is right-click on that slide, select delete. You notice how it doesn't ask you if you want to delete. Will it undo the delete if I go up here to my undo button? Yeah, it'll undo it. That's nice. But I just want to be careful of what I'm going to delete anyway. Alright. Now, the background to my slide is white in color. If I want to change this, I can right-click anywhere on my slide, go to Format Background, and the Format Background task pane comes up here. And I can use a solid color. Maybe I want to choose an orangish color for whatever reason. I can change the transparency of it by either using a little spinner box here, sliding this little gauge here, or I can type in a number. 65% transparency. There you go. Makes it a little bit better, right? I can use a gradient fill. A gradient is one change in color to the next, so I will use some preset ones maybe that'll demonstrate this a little bit better. Radial, no, linear. Go. And these are some settings that you just have to really kind of play with to get the feel of them. You can add certain gradient stops, like when one color stops and the other one starts. You can take some gradient stops out. You can take that one out, and I can take that one out. There we go. That's a little bit better. I can put another one in. The color, maybe I don't like that color. Maybe that color gold makes me want to vomit. I can even change it at the different gradient stops too. Well, that's the same color. That's not going to do us a whole lot of good. Here we go. Pick that color. And then I want to take this one out. And you can combine these functions as well. Now I have a nice blue transition to go through. And again, you have the transparency, the brightness, the position. And what the position does, position is just the same as moving the gradient stops. You'll notice that if I increase or decrease the position, the color over here on the left-hand side, the amount of space it takes up on that slide either gets bigger or smaller. Alright, now the interesting option I have here is once I get my background all set up, I can click this button. This is apply to all. And that will apply it to all of my slides, so I don't have to go through and individually change the background on each slide and punch in those numbers and everything like that again, which numbers are great, don't get me wrong, but we just don't want to do it. I'm going to click undo on this, and I'm going to change my background back to, I'm going to click undo numerous times. Well, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the solid fill back to white. There we go. Now, if I have certain styles that I want to apply to a slide, I can go to my design. Go. And these are themes. Themes are a little different than styles. Okay? And the slide styles are accessed in the variant portion of the design tab in the affluent ribbon. You can see we have background styles right here, and we can apply these various styles here. We can even format the background just like we did before in the earlier part of the lesson here. They don't give you that many styles to choose from, but that's okay. Let me see here. There we go. Maybe we can modify that from there or something. Alright, so applying styles to slides. And there's some other things you can do here as well. Colors. There we go. You can change the color, complete color of your slideshow. If I put, hey, looky there, it changed the color of the headers in my table. This is the title to this slide. There we go. And I'm going to click off of this guy here. It even changed the default fill color of my triangle. What happens if I go back and I try to change? That's actually a pretty cool thing there. But what happens if I try to do this? There we go. Boom, it changes it again. That's pretty cool. What other variants do I have here? Fonts. There we go. Maybe I want to do a different font type. There we go. That changes all the text in my slides at once if I have more than one slide that has a text effects. Maybe I want something like this. What's that going to do for me? Maybe not a heck of a lot, but this slideshow. Let me see, effects right here. Alright, we get some shapes on the slides and stuff like that. We'll come back and look at those. But I say it's pretty cool. Maybe you can explore this kind of on your own. I encourage my students to explore it on your own. There's really nothing you can do but mess up a PowerPoint presentation as long as you're not using a live PowerPoint presentation. Fire up PowerPoint, add a couple slides like I did, throw in some pictures, a table, a shape, and then experiment with it. Alright, when we come back, we're going to jump into Lesson 7. We're actually going to learn how to format and insert shapes. Alright, I'll see you then. Thank you for watching my videos.